Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back. First of all, if you would like to donate to me, my PayPal will be down in the description, so thank you very much. And welcome back to Anime Symbol. I'm back with part 2 of What If Naruto Unlock Void Chakra, guys. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, I indeed have 3 more channels that I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. I'll be leaving all of the links down in the description, and if you enjoy them, don't forget to go ahead and obliterate that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. So without further ado or wasting any more time, how about we jump right into this brand new episode? Let us begin now, guys. So, the last spot we left off. Ages ago, the Sage of Six Paths faced off against a great evil, a great powerful force, and this was not his mother. He faced off against a different living source of energy, something that he's never truly seen or understand. This source of power was known as Void Chakra. It was completely different from nature or their normal chakra. It turns out that the battle with Kaguya, himself his brother and the Ten Tails, had triggered this strange phenomenon. Void was the sixth element, yes. Wind, fire and all of that, Void was a sixth element, but Void was so powerful, so hungry that it became a living force upon itself. Yes, it became something that could literally constrive the reality of power and nature itself. There has to be something done about it, the sage knew that. So he cast it away, sealing it within a different realm completely. There was no wielder of this chakra, and that was good. Because if this chakra was to breach their earth and infected everything around it, well, it would be bad for all life. We then skip to thousands of years later where Naruto Uzumaki just watched his friend Sasuke Uchiha leap in front of him, taking the brunt of the attack. As Naruto stood there with a shocked look on his face, believing that Sasuke was dead, he lost it. He utterly and physically lost it. As Naruto, for one moment there, he lost hope in everything, believing that if he could not even save his own teammate, what was his own good? In that moment, Naruto losing hope awakened something primal, awakened something violent. As that tiny bit, Void Chakra was able to sense it and make Naruto its new host, permeating in the living world. It fluctuated through Naruto, giving him a connection, giving him a grasp, as it completely override Naruto normal chakra, and it took its place, becoming his chakra source. Right now he was attached to something completely different. Yes, it was truly shocking. Immediately Naruto started to act different, as he was no longer the same. He turned his gaze towards Haku, who he was fighting. Even Sakura could see that something was wrong. Naruto released a primal roar that shook Haku so much that he was frozen. The roar seemed to take away his sight, everything, as he was stuck where he stood. Naruto then grabbed him and threw him off the bridge. There was no remorse, no empathy in his eyes, and Naruto Uzumaki has never done anything like this, so you could tell that The chakra had changed him drastically. When Sakura saw him, she was worried. As she tried to talk to him, she tried to get through to him, but that look, his gaze, the way he was looking at her, she knew that something was incredibly wrong. But she was able to snap him out of it though, as Naruto made his way. It was when that Zabuza was taken down by Kakashi the others arrived. All of them showed up. They branched their weapons, but Naruto proceeded to slice through majority of them, including Gato, erasing them like it was nothing. The others flooded away and ran for their life, as Naruto's entire body was coursing with the Void Chakra. Kakashi was truly alarmed by this. They returned back to the village, as there was a lot of questions, but Naruto himself could not answer. The world out there knew that something was up though, as all of them felt it. Every single sensor in the world, they felt the anomaly, they felt the unusual force, and they could not understand it one bit. As Naruto Uzumaki was never the same after that. He started to act different. He even started to dress different as well. However, while most people think that that was wrong, Naruto has never felt this amazing in his life. He felt happy, he felt calm, he felt better. No longer felt the hassle to shout that he would become Hokage one day. It was truly amazing as he felt it. And it wasn't a feeling that he wanted to give up anytime soon. And it shows. Naruto even started to act so different that they started to question if he was the same. He met Ino Yamanaka and Ino was shocked by his new look, knowing that something was off as he offered to accompany her. Ino was shocked that he put up with her the entire day. Even her own father got rather miffed at her picking out one hair clip. It took her 3 hours to pick the exact same thing, but Naruto never argued once. He even took her out to get something to eat and pay, and it wasn't ramen. Ino was rather conflicted by this new Naruto, wondering where this change came from. Sakura had seen them and wanting to understand just what in the hell was going on, and why was Naruto acting like this. However, problems struck when Jiraiya was summoned to Mount Miyaboku. The great elder Toad was there. Yes, he was there with the Sage of Six Paths, and he knew the essence of Void Chakra. He told Jiraiya to find the user, giving him 2 toads to accompany him. The lack of nature energy would prove to be where the Void Chakra is located. As he was able to search areas and make his way towards the Land of Wave, finding out that Konoha was involved, Jiraiya proceeded to make his way, terrified to ask the one simple truth. As he asked about Naruto, hearing what he had to hear, the Sani knew that it was him. As he told Hiruzen that he would have to kill him, Hiruzen was shocked. So yeah guys, basically that's what the thought you guys can switch across the play check to yourself. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other what ifs on the other channels. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado or wasting more time, let's begin this now guys. She did not get it. Not one bit. I'll see you again tomorrow, he said. She nodded without hesitation as she watched him leave. There was a smile on her face. She couldn't understand it. Hey! Ino Yamanaka turned towards a voice. None other than Sakura behind her. Oh hey there, forehead, she said. How you doing? I'm doing just fine, Miss Piggy, she said, insulting Ino back. What the hell is going on with you two? Why are you out with Naruto? Is this a date? No, Ino said. At least I don't think it is. Wait, you don't think it is? Sakura said confused. Even if it was, why would you care? Ino, it's Naruto, you know that, right? Of course I know that. Do you think I'm blind or something, said Ino. But Naruto is different. Did something happen to him? Memories of the bridge flashed through Sakura's mind. We've been on a lot of missions lately, maybe they've changed him. But that does not give you the right to go out with him. Ino fully turned to face Sakura. And how does that concern you? If I remember correctly, you don't like him. But you don't either, Sakura said. Remember we talked about this in the academy, and you said you would never go out with Naruto. So what the hell is going on? Why the sudden interest in my teammate? If I didn't know any better, I would say that you were jealous, Ino said. Sakura laughed. Jealous of Naruto? Come on, at least make it a funny joke, she said. Then it's none of your business, Ino said, walking away. As she was walking, she also wondered to herself just what in the world was going on. Why was she hanging out with Naruto that much? And why was he so different? And did she like Naruto? That's crazy, right? She thought to herself, remembering how annoying he was within the academy. And Sasuke was her crush. Of course Sasuke was her crush. Then why the hell was she thinking about Naruto? Meanwhile, as Naruto made his way off, he finally came to a stop. Suddenly he vanished. Watching from the top of the roof was Jiraiya. As he blinked in shock, Jiraiya heard it, the footstep on the roof. Shocked by that, it has to be some sort of teleportation, he thought to himself. Hiruzen seemed to not know as much as he thought he did. However, the Anvu was there to back up information about his recent sighting of Naruto. When they were in the office, the Anvu that was watching Naruto had told Hiruzen about the strange phenomenon of Naruto sneaking up on him so quickly that he wasn't even able to fully see him at all, but react and even move fast enough to dodge his swipe. That was how much the boy was able to sneak up on him, and the sensation he felt like he was about to be swallowed by something. Kakashi was brought in for a conversation that lasted for around 2 hours, and they finally came with something to do. Jiraiya wanted to see for himself first though. He wanted to get his eyes on the boy to see. From the previous behavior that was exhibited within the academy and while he was on his own, the calmness now. As Jiraiya turned and gazed into those eyes, he felt like more than one person was looking at him, which was odd. Can I help you? Why are you spying on me? Said Naruto, his tone ever so calm. Jiraiya fully got to his feet. How did you know I was watching you? I've been able to know a lot of things lately. Just like the Anvu that was spying on me. His words were obviously lies. You're not an Anvu. I've never seen you before. Would you mind telling me why are you spying on me? Come with me, said Jiraiya. Naruto did not question what he had to say, as he simply jumped down, following the Sannin towards a wooded area. Upon arriving there, Jiraiya stood there for a moment. He then spun around so fast and blitzed towards Naruto, kunai in hand. However, he stopped, inches away from piercing Naruto's chest. The kunai was literally touching Naruto's shirt. But Naruto did not move, he did not react in the slightest. Why didn't you try to defend yourself? Said Jiraiya. Why would you kill me? Said Naruto. I'm a shinobi of this village. But not only that, I have the nine-tailed fox inside of me. I doubt you would try to end my life. But you don't even know who I am, said Jiraiya. I could be an enemy for all you know. Well, knowing who you are and understanding who you are is two different things. I've seen a picture of you before. I haven't really been focusing lately, but now things are different and I can recall memories from the past. Jiraiya of the Sannin, said Naruto. Jiraiya returned the kunai back as he stood in front of Naruto. I'll be straight with you. Something happened to you at the Land of Wave. I know. You know, said Jiraiya. You know what it is. No, I do not. But I do know that something happened to me. I was a really hyperactive child. But now, I'm different. Whatever happened to you, it's bad, said Jiraiya. And I was told, if you weren't killed, you will end up destroying the world. The Sannin said, there are things out of your own control that will prevent you from stopping yourself. Even now you can feel it, don't you, said Jiraiya. The strange power circulating through you. The power that is not your own. I was advised that I should take your life and save the life of millions. Naruto got down to his knees, surprising the Sannin. What are you doing? I'm giving you the opportunity to strike me down, said Naruto, to show that I will not move. Before you do, can you pass on a few information to a few people for me? Why the hell would you simply allow me to take your life? Jiraiya said, you said whatever happened to me is bad. Why should I put my life in front of millions of people, said Naruto. Do you think I'm some kind of monster? You're willing to give up everything, even your own life, to ensure that everyone is safe. Of course, what is one life compared to millions? Said Naruto. The Sannin hand started to fumble a bit. Back at the office, Hiruzen Sarutobi was observing from his crystal ball, watching Naruto and Jiraiya interaction. And in the trees, a distance away observing the both of them was Kakashi Hatake. The long conversation that took place between the three men. There had to be some sort of test. They had to be sure, because the Toads might think that Naruto was irredeemable, but there could be something that could be done in order to save him and everyone else. Tell me something, said Jiraiya. I heard about your change in your missions. You killed 3 enemies without hesitation, even when you didn't have to. Why did you do that? They harm my friends, said Naruto, as he got back to his feet. You don't seem like you're ready to kill me. You're hesitating for some reason. Almost like you know me, but you don't. But I want to know something myself. Why do I have to die, said Naruto. Is it because I killed those guys? Do you know what they were going to do to my friends? My anger has always been there, but lately, I can better control it. I don't need to flare myself up. I don't need to curse. I don't need to be loud. Because I understand myself now more than ever before. And if it means my friend's life over some 2-bit thugs, I would not hesitate any single day. So tell me something then, said Jiraiya. With this new element that is now coursing through you, how does it make you feel? To be quite honest, amazing, said Naruto. I've never been this clear before. My mind is calm and relaxed. And if you believe that I'm some sort of evil that should be destroyed, that is far from it. I'm fully aware of the difference between good and evil, and what I must do to ensure that my friends are safe, that my village is safe. I'm still fully aware of who I am. I'm just not the same as before. But if you're not satisfied with that answer, you can go ahead and continue on what you were doing. You're a Sannin, a very powerful one at that. Even with this new additional strength that I now possess, I know that I don't have what it takes to end you. And if you're here, that has to mean the Hokage is fully aware of what is going on. But not just him. Naruto snapped his gaze towards the foliage where Kakashi was, but the copy ninja did not move. Don't worry, said Jiraiya. I'm not gonna kill you. You're not. No. I wanted to see what you would do, what you would say to me. But you're not bad. And you're not lying to me, I can tell that, said Jiraiya. Perhaps there's a way to help you instead of ending you. Is that really what you want to do, said Naruto. Are you willing to put my life above your connection with the toads? Jiraiya blinked. How did you know the toads were behind this? You weren't in the village before, said Naruto. Recently, I've been able to detect things and I would have known. As he stepped towards the Sanin, the only other explanation is someone sent you from the outside. I know about your connection with one of the legendary summoning animals. I remember seeing something about the toads of Mount Miyaboku, about their connection to nature. It was a very long time ago, but I can recall it rather clearly. And if I'm not mistaken, their nature energy is what fuels them. And this power that is coursing through me, it's different. Perhaps a bit tainted and a bit dark. But it's fully under my control, said Naruto as a void swirled around his hand. That's another thing of this development of mine. I am much smarter than before, said Naruto. Much smarter. The Sanin narrowed his eyes. Come with me, he said. Naruto was taken to the office, where Kakashi was waiting along with Hiruzen as well. As Jiraiya stood behind Naruto as he was trapped, right there in the center of all three. Instead of actually going through with killing Naruto, it was best if they tried to get him to speak, to get every information they could. Jiraiya knew the most about what was going on here. And Naruto was not lying. He told them what he felt. He told them how he was able to move from one place to another. However, the explanation on itself was strange. Naruto felt like he was stepping in a different world, and he stepped out of that world and reappeared next to his target. He was finding it much easier and easier as the time went by. They kept on asking him a bunch of questions on many things, trying to get where his head was at, trying to understand the power, but Naruto was in full control. His personality had shifted, but not into an evil one, not into a wicked one, but into someone that was calm, someone that understands a much deeper connection with his own feelings. And after an hour or maybe two, he was finally released. Naruto knew that they would be watching him, but he just did not care. Things that would normally bother him no longer bother him. Perhaps that's the reason why he could hang out with Ino for hours as she talked about nonsense things. But he had to say he enjoyed her company. And he did not know why. He found it soothing. Not just her. He just felt so different. As the days blew by, they turned into weeks. As a truly large event was going to take place within Konoha. Jiraiya sent word back to Mount Miyaboku, as he told them that he was investigating by trying to get a greater understanding on everything that was taking place. Given the fact that the toads had led him towards the area, and the fact that they weren't there when Jiraiya had had a conversation along with the villagers at the Land of Wave, the Sanin was keeping this to himself, hiding the information away, ensuring that the toads did not find out about it, that they did not find out about Naruto. At the moment, Naruto was currently sitting within his room. His eyes were closed. He's been sitting there for the past 10 minutes, doing absolutely nothing. Because Naruto was in the depths of his mind. He's never been here before, trying to understand what was truly going on. By day past, he could feel himself getting stronger, knowing things that he should not, learning things that he never saw before, abilities, knowledge. It was all becoming so strong. He's sensing. He could feel the people, but not only that, he could feel emotions. They might not be as powerful given the distance, but he could feel it. Either a burst of anger or a burst of happiness, sadness. They were there. The mixture of emotions were so complicated. Naruto was walking through his mindscape, trying to understand what was going on. He finally arrived. While he's never been here before, he knew that the Ninetale was supposed to be behind this cell. And now, there was nothing there. At least he thought there was nothing there. Why don't you come closer? A voice said. That was another thing about Naruto. He wasn't afraid. Ever since this change, he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid of anything or anyone, given the fact that he was so easily able to stand in front of Jiraiya, a man that could kill him without a blink. And he did not show an ounce of fear. Naruto stepped through the bars like it was nothing, but nothing harmed him. Instead, Naruto saw the ghastly essence cultivating together, spinning together to form something. As they split in two, revealing two people. One of them was a man, spiky blonde hair, blue eyes. The other was a woman, red hair, blue eyes as well, as they were both smiling at him. Naruto could see the veins on the back of their hands as it traveled down their spine. Black, pulsating veins. Who are you? Said Naruto. The woman stepped forward and placed 2 fingers at the top of his temple. Naruto stepped back, shaking his head at the rush of information. You're my parents, he said. Well, we were. Kushina responded to him. That was no longer his mother. It took his mother form, but it was no longer her. Are you trying to torture me by allowing me to see their face after this big reveal? I see the changes has been drastic within you. What changes? Said Naruto, looking towards Minato. Even after finding out that one of your parents was the 4th Hokage, you seem so calm. Well, this is your doing. You should not be that surprised. Well, we weren't sure how exactly it would work with a human, Kushina said. Would you mind elaborating some more? Said Naruto, on what exactly you are, apart from being the Void Chakra that I've been told so much about. And where is the 9-tailed fox? Firstly, we believe that it would be best for you to see us like this. Now with you knowing everything, our true form is not exactly solid. So we figure that this might be a bit more easier on the eyes, Kushina said. Well, it is, said Minato. Secondly, the 9-tailed fox, a beast made from chakra, powerful, corrosive chakra, but chakra nonetheless. He was a tasty snack. You ate him, said Naruto. More like devoured. He tried to fight us off. However, we are now tethered to you. Thus he could not. We swallowed him whole, absorbing his essence. It has only made us stronger. And now, for you to know what exactly we are, others have been giving you explanations, trying their best to figure it out. But we will tell you, we hail back generations that your mind at the moment cannot even comprehend. No human can. We've watched galaxies rot away. We've watched civilizations. We've watched everything rot and return. But we've only been able to watch. You see, unlike other forces out there, we are nothing. That is how we were in the beginning. We were nothing. So there was nothing there. But at the same time, we was always there. This whole big cosmos of the world and universe is something that most humans get wrong. Most other beings as well. They truly don't know anything. But we've seen it all. We've been there from day one after all. From day one. Since the dawn of time, you mean, said Naruto. Yes, there's a lot to unpack there. So much. We are not simply just power. We are a force. We are void. That feeling that you get when there's nothing in your stomach. That emptiness. That feeling that most people have when they can't find so-called true love. We are always there, always watching. However, it wasn't until some time ago, well, given our time span, it was small compared to what we've been through. We were able to truly feel it. You see, there was a clash that took place thousands of years ago on this planet between four powerful beings. It was the first time that we actually truly felt it. That power. That ninshu that they used to call it. Ninshu, said Naruto. Another name for chakra, Kushina said. But don't worry, it's all the same. We tried to breach into this world, but we were inexperienced. Despite us being around for a very long time, we were not exactly sure how to handle it. And it turns out that we could be sealed away because we lack physical substance. We were just power. Power with no wielder. However, you are different than most humans. You are not like any of them. 1 in a trillion. That is what you are. We felt it. The moment you thought your friend, the Uchiha, died, you lost hope. Your hope. That will that you possess. It is greater than we've ever seen or felt before. So powerful that we were able to reach beyond the seal, just a small fragment, and use you as a conduit in order to break into this world. You see, the moment that we bond with you, we were no longer just power, we were substance, and the seal could no longer bind us, keeping us banished away from this reality. So we came here. So we fused with you. But if you look closely, Kushina said, pointing towards the wall, as Naruto saw the strange smoke, trying to completely overtake it, we've not yet completed the merger. There is a chance for you to get rid of us. There is a chance for you to remove us. Why are you telling me this? Said Naruto. Because we want you to know we will never lie to you. Unlike those people out there, we care for you, and all we desire is to keep you safe. These reflection of your parents, this seal, this connection that we've had, we've never had it before. Think of it as your first love. But this love is everlasting. This love cannot be broken. We are truly connected. Perhaps it is fate. Something that we've come to believe in as well. We were fated to meet, fated to become one. As Kushina moved over towards him, and we will never mislead you. We will always tell you the straight truth. We will never ever lie to you, said Minato. As Naruto looked at the both of them, they smiled at him. Alright, he said. Alright, said Kushina. I don't want you gone, Naruto said. Everyone out there is worried, concerned about what's gonna happen to me, but I've never felt this amazing before. I've never felt this happy. I'm no longer burdened by things that would always bother me. The acceptance of these villagers. But at the same time, I know who I am. I know the difference between light and dark. I know the power that is currently flowing through me. People might believe that you two are evil, but I don't see it that way, said Naruto. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps we were destined to come together as one. Perhaps I was a vessel that was always there for you two to merge with. They stepped towards him. The both of them kneeled down towards him. Their bodies slowly started to break apart. The next moment, Naruto found himself within the void itself. It was a spam of emptiness. It was hard to describe. A normal person could not survive here. The emptiness would immediately drive them mad. But not Naruto. Naruto was calm, relaxed. He was okay. Naruto knew that he could not access every single point of Void. His body was still mostly human, and the power would rip him apart. They were all misunderstood. In the beginning, as a sage came across Void, Void was new to the world. Its very essence was the antithesis of chakra, destroying it, devouring it. He believed that it was death and destruction itself, but it was not. It lacked anything. It lacked emotion, it lacked purpose, reason. But Naruto gave it all of that. And the moment their hand touched together, the moment they broke apart in front of Naruto, he felt it. The connection. He felt the connection between everything that they are and everything that he is. This is why Naruto's emotions were just so much more focused, as Void truly allowed him to see himself as what he was. Time skip. Naruto did not tell a single soul about what happened. Perhaps some information is just not to give out that easily. Jiraiya, Kakashi, Harrison, they all knew who he is. They all knew who his parents is, but not even one of them said a word. He understood from their standpoint. Perhaps the Hokage. He wanted him to keep safe. Minato Namikaze was a very ferocious man to his enemies. He might be a hero within Konoha, but he slaughtered so many. He destroyed so many lives. There would be countless after him to end his life. Suppose that was the main reason. Perhaps he would give the same instruction to Kakashi and Jiraiya. Because he could not be trusted, he was a naive child after all. However, none of them were ever there. But Void was here. Void would not leave him alone. Naruto walked. He was calm. As he had been spending time with Ino, he liked her. Getting past most of her original personality traits that were just there to, well, be her. She wasn't bad. She was kind. She was sweet. Stepping past most of the things that others believe was a nasty behavior. And they were hanging out a lot more. Her emotions started to switch towards him. He could feel the care that was there. He could see the glances. Perhaps she liked him. It wouldn't be so bad for someone to like him, or for him to like someone. However, this seemed to be having the opposite effect on Sakura. Curiously asked him about his connection now with Ino, and seeming rather upset about it. He remembered his crush on her, but he did not feel that anymore. Perhaps seeing himself change him in more ways than he thought, but she was his teammate. She was still his friend. And as much as him and Sasuke always clashed against one another, Naruto knew that he was his friend. He was willing to die for him, as Naruto realized that he never thanked him. What? Sasuke said. I never thank you for what you did. With Haku, said Naruto. Sasuke was acting like he did not care, or he didn't want to hear it, but Naruto simply smiled and pat him on the shoulder. There's no need to be this clam up, said Naruto. But I understand why it's hard for you to express what you're truly feeling. But you almost died for me. And I'm very grateful for you, said Naruto, for doing that. As he walked off, Sasuke was left perplexed. Perhaps Naruto was a problem, or perhaps his large personality clashing with the other two made them never get along. Because unlike before, Team 7 was working well together. Kakashi even thought about the Chunin exam before they came around. Despite Sakura being a bit miffed about the whole Ino situation, Naruto was getting along with Sasuke, and Naruto was kind to her. And he wasn't, well, him not asking her out made her feel strange. She missed it. Yes, she missed it. Or perhaps it was indeed jealousy. Those were the conversations that she had with her diary at home. Naruto was cutting back on the executions. as those remorseful and hesitation stance start to get a positive effect from those who were watching him, because he knew they were there. He always knew when they were there, but he pretended like he did not notice. "Hey, Naruto, wake up," Sakura said. The both of them were heading the same way, to meet up with Kakashi at their meeting spot. "How are you today?" Sakura looked towards him. Ever since the bridge, Naruto has been so different, genuine, kind. And it's not just to be cool like Sasuke, or is it just to ask her out because he hasn't done so in a very long time? "I'm fine," she said. "How about you?" He was about to say something until they heard something, turning their gaze down the alleyway as they followed the sound. "What are you doing?" said Naruto, interrupting the scene between the two sand ninjas and the Konoha trio, which consists of Konohamaru, Udon, and Moge. "Boss!" the two children said, running up towards Naruto. Konohamaru was being held up in the ear by a young man known as Kankuro, and his sister was there, Temari. Naruto was fond of the three kids. He also has been teaching them as well, playing ninja with them in his off time. They started to tell him what was going on, which consists of Konohamaru bumping into this guy and him grabbing him. "I'll handle this," said Naruto. Konohamaru overheard that. "You're gonna get it now. Boss is gonna beat you to a pulp," he said. "Shut your mouth, brat," Kankuro said. Temari released a breath. As Kankuro was starting so much trouble, she had to say though, "Was all the guys in Konoha this cute?" As Naruto smiled at her, making her cheeks turn a bit red. It was almost like he heard what she was thinking, but that's crazy. "Hello there," said Naruto. "Would you mind releasing him?" "I'm sure that it was just an accident," said Naruto. "So would you mind letting him go?" "No," said Kankuro. "I think you Konoha ninjas need to learn your place. When your better does arrive, you need to understand the difference between yourself and your better." "So does that make you my better?" said Naruto. "Of course it does. Now, I'm about to teach this brat a lesson, and if you don't want to be next, I suggest that you get out of here." "Fine," said Naruto. "What?" said Konohamaru. "Oh, don't worry," said Naruto. "You're gonna be just fine. Listen to me very carefully," Naruto said, the smile that was on his face fading away, his eyes seemingly changing. The color or nothing changed, but it was the gaze in his eyes. "If you hit him, I'll break your arm. And if you retaliate, I'll break the other one. And I'll continue to break until there is nothing left." He said it in such a flat tone that Kankuro started to laugh, believing that this little punk had no idea what he was talking about. However, before he got the opportunity to say a word, Naruto's hand gripped his throat. It clamped down on it like a vise. Temari immediately reached for her fan. "I wouldn't advise that," said Naruto. "I can feel the base of his neck. If I apply too much force, I can snap it." "Go ahead. Tell her," said Naruto. Temari, stop," he barely said. "Let him go," said Temari, "or else I won't allow you to kill him." "Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't dream of doing something like that," said Naruto as he gripped Konohamaru's shirt and put him down slightly. He then released Kankuro. Immediately stepping back, Kankuro was pissed as he drew for the weapon on his back. It was in that moment that Sakura saw it. The look in Naruto's eyes. She dashed in front of him. "Stop," she said, holding out both of her hands. "You don't have to fight them." Sakura was not concerned about Naruto's safety. Well, she was, but she was not worried about that at the moment. He was going to kill them. It was that same look that she saw when he stomped in that guy's head, without mercy, without hesitation. A stone was thrown that hit Kankuro on his arm. "It's best if you guys get out of here before you both get hurt." "Another one?" Kankuro said as Sasuke was standing on the fence. Kankuro. A voice spoke up. Immediately Kankuro started to tremble slightly. Sasuke blinked. What the hell? Looking up to see someone standing upside and down. A swirl of sand later and he was standing a few feet away from Naruto. You there. Tell me who you are. Naruto's smile returned. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I take it you're the one in charge here. Who are you, if I might ask? I'm Gaara. Gaara of the desert, he said. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Gaara of the desert, but if you can kindly defuse the situation. We don't wish to cause any problem right here. I believe everything has been sorted out and no one lost anything too important. He turned towards his two siblings. There will be no fighting, he said. Ironic, coming from him. But Gaara had his reasons though. Tell me something. Will you be in the upcoming exams? Gaara asked. Why, of course. I believe that we're on our way to speak to our sensei about you right now. Naruto said. Good, said Gaara. Let's go, he said to the both of them. You there, Temari. She paused and turned towards Naruto. It was good to meet you, he said to her, with a genuine smile. She wasn't expecting that. He just threatened to kill Kankuro a moment ago. Well, in a sense, but still. How did his personality just switch like that? Yeah, she said, making her way off to catch up with her teammate. Pretty nice girl, don't you think? As Sakura looked at Naruto, how quickly he switched from trying to attack her teammate from complimenting her. How about you guys run along, he said. I'm afraid I'm too busy today, he told the children. Well, now that you're here, Sasuke, we can all head to Kakashi. Time skip. Team 7 found themselves in the examination room after a little bit of debacle downstairs with Sasuke and Lee. The door opened up behind them. Hey there, Naruto. Naruto turned as he saw Ino. He smiled at her. I guess I was correct to assume that you guys would be here as well. I guess you were, Ino said with a smile. Hey. Sakura turned as Shikamaru was calling out to her. When did those two become so chummy? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It just happened one day, Sakura said. Do you guys have any clue? Choji shook his head while munching on some chips. Shikamaru shrugged his shoulders. Usually, Ino would be all over Sasuke, but she was not. A young man known as Kabuto Yakuji introduced himself. As he was giving them information, he gazed over towards the one that was leaning up against the wall. Ino was by Naruto's side as they were having a chat, but it was a look that Naruto was giving Kabuto that actually made him feel afraid, which was ridiculous. Kabuto wasn't your average shinobi. As they found themselves participating within the first test, it was mostly there to test their loyalty, to test their strength, to test if they had what it takes. Team 7 found themselves flying through, as none of them was about to give up. Sakura was attached to her teammate's strength. As long as they believe they can do it, she would never give up no matter what. And Naruto and Sasuke would never give up. They found themselves venturing towards another area, where they were greeted by the lovely Uncle Midarashi, as she started to tell them about the forest of death. Before they could gather their scrolls, Naruto stepped over towards Team 10. Despite the fact that Shikamaru and the others were there, he was only looking at Ino and no one else. Be careful, he said. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. She narrowed her gaze towards him. You're worried about me. Of course I am, said Naruto. I care for you deeply. Why wouldn't I be worried? Well, I guess I have to go, he said. Be careful in there. You guys as well, he said, making his way off. What was all that about, said Choji. Naruto doesn't seem like Naruto anymore. You're telling me, said Shikamaru. What's with this sudden change? I I don't know, said Ino. Shikamaru narrowed his gaze towards her, but she wasn't focused on any of them, just the words that Naruto had just said to her a moment ago. Team 7 found themselves venturing within the forest area, as they did not see a team so far. As Naruto was looking around, "Someone is watching us," he said quietly. "What? Who?" Sakura said. "They're stronger than Kakashi-sensei. Perhaps even strong as a Sannin, if I'm not mistaken. It could be a Sannin. But why?" Sakura said, confused. "I'm not sure. But this is not good," said Naruto. "Not one bit. We have to fight," Sasuke said. "As much as I appreciate your skill to never give up, none of us possess the strength to truly kill this person," said Naruto. "We have to get out of here." Naruto then saw it. It seems they're also aware that I'm aware of them. "Move, now," he said. The both of them jumped away as a snake erupted from the ground and chomped down on Naruto, but Naruto was behind the snake on the back of its head. He whipped out 2 kunais and ran. The snake proceeded to twist and came down, but Naruto was on its tail now. Before it flipped him in the ear, it then shot in the sky to devour him, until Naruto twists and vanished. He stepped on the right eye and plunged a kunai in it, before throwing a kunai in the left. The thing started to hiss and threw its head around, as Naruto gripped the kunai from the right eye and with all of his might shoved it into the thing's brain, tearing his hand through it. The snake proceeded to collapse and poofed away. The next moment, Naruto turned around only to be viciously kicked away as he crashed in a tree. "My oh my," a woman from the grass spoke as she stepped forward out of the mist and dust and debris. "It seems you Konoha children are a lot stronger than you look." Naruto got back to his feet, brushing himself off as a fireball descended upon the woman, courtesy of Sasuke. 3 kunais with explosive tag, courtesy of Sakura, causing a huge explosion. However, the woman stepped out of it as she reached up and peeled her eyelid down, releasing a stage of bloodlust that immediately made the other 2 drop. They collapsed down to the ground, suffering from the bloodlust. Naruto, on the other hand, he gazed at the woman with a look of intrigue and curiosity. "Your face. That's not your true face. It seems I was right. You are one of the Sannins. You're not a true woman, I can see that. So you can't be her. Then you're Orochimaru, are you not?" The woman blinked in shock. Surprise. "Now how would you come by a theory like that?" "I'm a very smart person," said Naruto. "Now why don't you remove the facade and tell us, why exactly are you here? And what do you want to do with us? After all, if you would look at it in this way, we're at your mercy. We're Genins, children. We can't hope to defeat you." "Yes, you're indeed very smart, knowing when you're bested," Orochimaru said, ripping off the face. "But coming up with this theory so quickly, it seems there's a lot more to you than what meets the eye." "Well, I suppose I'm not one-dimensional anymore," said Naruto. "However, you're harming my friends, and for that, I'll find a way to kill you," said Naruto. Orochimaru blinked as Naruto's fist slammed in his face. The Sannin was sent sailing through 3 branches. Naruto looked at his hand, pulsating, the energy slowly coursing around it. It needs to be a lot stronger than that. Orochimaru burst out of the earth, wrapping himself around Naruto and squeezing his lower half a snake. He gripped Naruto by the face, but the next moment Naruto was above him. Naruto stepped down on his skull. Orochimaru felt it once again as he was sent Down below, Naruto flipped and landed calmly. The Sannin ripped himself out of the earth. Truly understanding if this boy was just that fast or if it was teleportation. Has to be teleportation. There was no way that a child could be that fast. That was impossible. However, to have such mastery over a technique like that, truly impressive, Orochimaru thought. Let's see how durable you are, he said. He blitzed at Naruto as Naruto appeared behind him. However, Orochimaru's speed was at least 10 times faster. His fists pumped into Naruto's stomach so hard, you could see the air leave Naruto's lungs. The Sannin then backhanded Naruto, his head snapping to the side, Sakura screaming out. Orochimaru then knocked Naruto into the sky before he jumped to the top branch and kicked Naruto in the back. Sasuke unleashed a barrage of weapons, but the Sannin shot his arm out as snakes, wrapped around all of them, devouring them where they stood in mid-air. Orochimaru's gaze was still focused on Naruto, who crashed extremely hard on the ground. He lay there unmoving. The Sannin smiled. He knew the boy was not dead, but what was this strange feeling that he was getting? Naruto punches felt... It didn't feel like chakra. What were they? Could this be the result of the nine-tailed fox? He questioned to himself. On the other hand, he was here for something. As he turned his gaze towards the Uchiha, as Sakura raced to get over towards Naruto, but the foliage and the trees were in her way. Orochimaru kicked up so much wind, Sasuke and Sakura were both sent sailing. As he chased after the both of them, lying there on the ground, Naruto once again found himself within his mindscape. As he gazed upwards to see both Kushina and Minato looking down at him. Whoa, he's strong, said Minato. But you're stronger, Kushina said. Your body is still too much human. You cannot access our full power. At the moment, unfortunately, you can't beat someone like that unless you were to siphon more of our power. But we're afraid that it might do too much damage to your already developing body. And you're in a rather large fielded area where there's enemies on every single side. And we don't want you to get hurt. And you also don't want yourself to get hurt as well. Because you know what we know, and we know what you know. So I'm basically talking to myself, said Naruto. Well, we have said that the premise is similar, but at the same time it is not. Naruto got up to his feet. I suppose this is my fault. I haven't been experimenting with the power that you've gifted me. I haven't been truly trying to master all of this. The true question is, why haven't you, said Minato. I'm not sure. I suppose I've been busy. Oh, said Kushina with a chuckle. With that little girlfriend of yours. Well, I don't think she's my girlfriend, but I do like her, said Naruto. It's fun to hang out with her. Well, I suppose you're gonna have to spend some more time to get stronger. After all, as you can see, there's enemies all over. And if you do want to protect her, you're gonna have to be stronger. Much, much stronger. I do have an idea, Kushina said. How we can help you without pushing your body through this evolution, which might cause a future dilemma. We do have the memories of everything that your parents had. We do have everything they know, everything they understand. And you have them as well. You simply need to remember. You've been blocking out most of it, but you don't have to. Block out everything. Remember their techniques. Remember their abilities. Remember what is at your disposal. And fuel it with the void energy. Naruto looked up with a smile. I have an idea, he said. In the real world, Orochimaru sunk his teeth within Sasuke's neck. After defeating the Uchiha as he collapsed, Sakura tried to intervene, but he backhanded her into a tree. The Sannin jumped down. looking towards the girl with a smile. There's no need to be afraid. I gave him a gift, something that he will come to crave, something that he will come to desire very, very soon. Orochimaru said. That is when he saw something hit the ground. A strange hollow kunai. It was not black but grey. However, he knew that kunai, a three-pronged kunai. The entire forest was then littered with them, as they seemed to be translucent but at the same time physical. Orochimaru was hit. Confusion was coursing through his mind. As he was hit once again, that is when he saw the blur. Naruto was flashing around the Chunin, somehow using the flying Raijin technique, shocking Orochimaru. Naruto blitzed in front of him mid-air and formed a Rasengan, but it was unlike any Rasengan that was ever seen before. It was pitch black, not grey. The Chunin shoots snake from his sleeve, but the moment the Rasengan touches snakes that were made from chakra, they ceased to exist. Orochimaru's eyes went wide in shock. He pulled his arm back, but not fast enough. His pointer and index finger was hit. The Chunin felt something strange course through his fingers. He immediately substituted away, flickering off in the distance. The Rasengan destabilized within Naruto's hand and vanished away. All of the kunais that were thrown slowly started to fizzle out of existence. As Naruto turned his gaze towards Sakura. "Are you okay?" he asked. "Yeah," she said. "But Sasuke?" "He's right here," said Naruto. Sakura saw a strange silver chain coming from Naruto's back that was holding Sasuke. In the distance, Orochimaru looked towards his two fingers, clearly confused to what was going on. However, he knew he felt something odd. Orochimaru tried to send chakra in his fingers, but the moment he tried, his fingers turned black, like they were dying. Like the very essence of sending chakra into them was killing the cells in his fingers. His eyes went wide. There was only a few words in his mind at the moment as he watched his two fingers crystallize before they burst. It wasn't even painless. They simply burst into dust of specks. And they were gone. "What the hell?" Orochimaru said. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm hoping to see you guys soon. Peace.